Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something absolutely crucial. We're going to break down some truly fascinating insights from Oliver Mercer's source material, The Hidden Truths of Wealth, to profoundly transform how you think about building lasting financial success. You know, if you've ever felt like there's some grand secret to financial freedom that everyone else seems to inherently get while you're left guessing in the dark, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to unpack those hidden truths together, step by step, right now.
Okay, let's start right here because this is where so many of us get completely stuck. For basically our whole lives, we've been told that wealth comes from just working harder. You know the drill. Put in more hours, grind through the weekends, take on extra shifts, and eventually the money's gonna follow. But let's be real, that cycle usually just leaves us exhausted and burned out. The truth revealed in our source material completely flips this traditional idea on its head. The real secret isn't grueling labor, it's working smarter. It's about taking the precious few resources you have, your time, your energy, and your money, and strategically deploying them to build lasting wealth, rather than just surviving day to day.
So to get us to that smarter way of operating, this explainer is organized into 5 essential building blocks: a new wealth mindset, the mechanics of growth, discipline and mindful spending, risk, failure, and networks, and finally, the levels of wealth.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, a new wealth mindset. It's all about rewiring how you think about money. As the source heavily emphasizes, financial freedom doesn't actually begin in your pocket. It literally starts inside your head. Author T. Harv Eker points out this fascinating dynamic. Successful individuals operate from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. They don't look at wealth like it's a limited pie where someone else's slice means less for them. No, they view money merely as a tool. When you shift your perspective from seeing money as this ultra-stressful end goal to simply seeing it as a mechanism that buys you options in time, everything changes. This mindset of abundance actually creates opportunities because it trains your brain to spot possibilities that others, who are paralyzed by financial fear, might completely miss.
But to actually harness that rich mindset, we need a solid foundation, which brings us to financial literacy. And hey, this isn't just about being a math genius. It's about mastering highly practical life skills. We're talking about understanding how inflation quietly eats into your savings year after year, how interest rates can either ruthlessly punish you or powerfully elevate you, and how taxes actively shape your take-home pay. Research from Harvard Business School actually suggests that people who firmly grasp these core concepts are far more likely to save properly, invest wisely, and avoid toxic debt. It's about making deeply informed decisions so you don't accidentally leak the wealth you've worked so hard to build. All right, moving right along to Section 2, the mechanics of growth. Let's look at how to build your financial engine. Take a look at this massive number, $250,000. That is what you can reach by age 65 if you invest just $100 a month at a historical 7% average annual return starting at age 20. Just $100 a month. That's literally the cost of a few nice dinners out or your daily premium coffee habit, completely transformed into $250,000. It goes to show you do not need a massive 6-figure salary to start building real wealth. You just need a disciplined, mechanical approach. And this data from the Motley Fool backs that up perfectly, proving exactly why time is your absolute greatest asset. Look at the stark reality here. If you hesitate, if you wait just 10 short years and start investing that exact same $100 a month at age 30 instead of 20, your total at age 65 drops to around $160,000. You lose nearly $100,000 just by waiting a single decade. The early bird doesn't just get the worm, they capture the absolute magic of exponential growth, where time does the heavy lifting for you. Now, the engine behind all that staggering math relies entirely on compound interest. It's famously called the 8th wonder of the world, and for good reason. This is where your money essentially works the night shift for you. It never takes a vacation, it never clocks out. Instead of just earning interest on your initial investment, you continuously earn interest on the interest you've already made. And as the National Bureau of Economic Research found, folks who leverage this compounding effect early in their careers achieve way more stability later in life. It's a game changer. But to feed that compound interest safely over the long haul, truly wealthy individuals know better than to rely on just one fragile paycheck. They build multiple income streams, whether that's real estate, dividend-paying stocks, or even virtual side businesses. An IMF report actually showed that households with diversified income sources experience much less severe financial turbulence during times of crisis. These varied streams act as a heavy-duty buffer against unexpected job loss or global economic downturns, making sure your financial engine never completely stalls out. Which brings us to Section 3, Discipline and mindful spending, the guardrails of wealth.
Building a powerful engine requires steady fuel, right? Well, the source material points to a really fascinating study from the National Bureau of Economic Research about where our money goes. Mindful spending isn't about locking your cash in a vault and depriving yourself of all joy. Not at all. It's a profound shift in focus. It's actively choosing long-term growth and stability over immediate, impulsive wants. People who are mindful of how they use their money are substantially more likely to save regularly and end up with a much higher net worth. It's about cultivating behaviors that genuinely serve your future self rather than sabotaging it for a quick, fleeting thrill.
Now let's talk about the bumps in the road in Section 4, Risk, Failure, and Networks. So let me ask you a serious question to chew on. What happens when your financial plans go terribly wrong? Because let's be honest, they absolutely will at some point. The path to wealth is never a perfectly straight line. It's filled with economic shifts, bad investments, and totally unexpected setbacks. Preparing for the moments when the blueprint fails is just as crucial as drafting the blueprint in the first place.
The source material reminds us of a really grounding truth here. Failure is an incredible teacher. It is not a solid brick wall that permanently stops you. It's actually a door to your next level of success. The most successful investors out there, they've all faced massive failures. But by intentionally shifting their mindset to view failure as a strict but necessary learning opportunity, they build the sheer resilience needed to pivot and eventually win on a much grander scale. Part of that resilience involves how we manage risk before the failure even happens. We don't take blind, emotional leaps. We take highly calculated bets. A massive Vanguard study proved beyond a doubt that a disciplined, diversified investment strategy consistently produces way better returns than trying to anxiously time the market. Seriously, don't put all your eggs in one volatile basket. By spreading your investments across entirely different asset classes, you drastically reduce your chances of an unexpected loss totally wiping you out. And when you do invariably face challenges, remember that your network is absolutely vital. Check out this staggering stat from a Harvard Business Review article. 85% of jobs are filled through networking. 85%! Wealth isn't just built on raw technical skills and brains alone. It is deeply connected to the company you keep. Meaningful relationships act as a powerful form of currency. They open unexpected doors to partnerships and critical insights that you simply can't access when you're isolated. All right, we've made it to the final stretch. Section 5, the levels of wealth, the ultimate destination. Let's climb these 5 steps together, as defined by the wealth system in our source. We start at level 1, surviving, where you're basically treading water just trying to pay rent. Then we move up to level 2, security, where those basics are comfortably covered and you have a small emergency buffer. Level 3 is independence. This is a massive milestone, meaning your investments fully fund your life even if you lose your job tomorrow. Level 4 is wealth generation, where your assets are aggressively compounding. And finally, the absolute peak, level 5, financial ease. This is the ultimate goal, where you couldn't possibly outspend your money and your wealth is entirely, autonomously working for you. Take a quick second to self-reflect and ask yourself honestly, which specific level of wealth are you sitting at right now? Don't judge yourself and definitely don't feel guilty if you're at the very beginning of the staircase. Just objectively identify it. Knowing exactly where you stand without any illusions is literally the first prerequisite for creating an actionable plan to move up to the next tier. To climb to that next level, you have to support your journey with these 6 core pillars of wealth. You need robust income to generate your cash flow, disciplined saving to actually hold on to it, and crucially, investing to let that money multiply. But it doesn't stop there. You also need protection, like insurance to keep your assets safe, a wealthy mindset to spot new opportunities, and finally, legacy, ensuring that your wealth positively impacts your family for generations. These pillars make sure you don't just briefly touch wealth, but that you permanently keep it. Ultimately, all of these complex strategies and mindset shifts boil down to one fundamental, non-negotiable directive: the golden rule of wealth. Pay yourself first. I know it's incredibly hard psychologically because our instinct is to pay everyone else first, but mathematically, it is the only way forward. Before you pay discretionary bills, before you buy that shiny new gadget, you must invest a dedicated portion of your money to build your own fortune. Make this an unbreakable habit, and your financial foundation will grow stronger every single month. We've unpacked so much today, from rewiring your scarcity mindset to harnessing the incredible power of compound interest. So my final provocative question to you is this:
What will be your very first step today to start building your legacy? Are you going to audit your monthly spending, make that first automated investment, or maybe reach out to cultivate a new professional connection? The path is clearly laid out right in front of you. Go take that step. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and here's to building your lasting